Hey guys, how you going? Kellen Bergen here from LifestyleDesignHQ.com, and I'm just walking, getting some leisurely active recovery in, and the reason is because I actually pulled my hamstring on Sunday afternoon, and this was while playing soccer. Now, I hadn't played soccer for over a year, and I decided to fill in for one of my mates' teams. And after all this training and putting on all this weight and size, my body wasn't really, I think, accustomed to being in this form and running and sprinting at a high intensity level. And you know, nature has its way, and it just went. There wasn't any kind of physical push from any of the opponents. It just went on its own, and it's not bad. There's no bruising, but yeah, I'm still going to be out for a couple of weeks, I think. So at the moment, I am walking with a little pain, but I'm trying to get some muscle contractions so that I can help recover a little bit faster. All I'm trying to do is improve my blood flow. That's all I'm trying to do right now. Improve my blood flow, improve circulation, so I can get rid of the wastage and bring in new blood and new nutrients to the area to decrease inflammation, and then I can start rehabbing it. You only want to treat the situation at the start and then rehab it at the end. But enough about my knee. What I actually really wanted to talk to you about is with my hamstring injury, it's been a really rough couple of days, and the reason is being because I've had a look at my finances and things aren't going as expected. Now, there are a couple of reasons for that, and some of the reasons being that the decisions I've had to make weren't the correct and wise one, and that I've been a little bit irresponsible and not really, and taking things for granted. And the reason I know this is because one of the trainers that works under me, which I manage, he actually got me on watching Tony Robbins's video documentary called I'm Not Your Guru on Netflix. Now, I've listened to Tony Robbins before, follow his podcast, read his books, and I've made a few videos about Tony Robbins in the past. But went home and I watched a documentary last night, and in the opening first few scenes, he says that he gives a story about how he coaches people all the time, and the first thing they say to him is it took 10 years to be able to change and make the effort into making some positive change in their lives. And the first thing he says is, yes, it might have taken you 10 years to work up the courage or the motivation or to get the knowledge and education to make the decision, but the change happened in a moment. Did you get that? The change for you happens in a moment. Now the keyword being change, right? Now going forward to today, I was actually listening to a podcast on my way to work. It was a Shawn Stevenson podcast, which is a health and nutrition and fitness based podcast. But he actually had Bob Proctor, which is a famous motivational and mindset speaker of the mindset, on as a guest. And Bob Proctor is one of my favorites. I've quoted him before in the past as well, and I've made a video and wrote countless emails and quoted him and read his books. And Bob actually said as well that he quoted another girl, I forgot what her last name is, but her first name's Sarah, and she actually wrote a book, and the name of that book was Our Greatest Power Is. And our greatest power is actually the decision to choose or to change. Decision being the key word in that. Now, going forward, I actually opened up Shawn Stevenson's book. It actually came in the mail today. Shawn Stevenson's book, for people that don't know, he wrote a book on sleep. It's called Sleep Smarter. And in the opening, not in the foreword, which was written by Sarah, but in the introduction written by him, he actually breaks the word decision down again in Latin. D meaning for, and cider or scission meaning to cut, right? Scission, to cut, meaning whatever you do, whatever decision you make, you actually cut the rest out that is guaranteed not to happen. Understand? So if you make a decision and say that I want to drive a red car, you've made a decision to cut all other color cars out of your decision. out of your options. So, and it made me ponder why I actually had come across this word change or decision in the last few days. And while being stressed and pondering and overly thinking, because I had so much time on my hands, sorry about this lighting, it's pretty terrible, it's a bit cloudy and the sun keeps changing around, but while I had all this extra time on pondering because of my hamstring curl, I've been laid up in bed, it made me think that I am the only one responsible for where I am in my life right now. And the only person that can rescue me for the better out of the situation that I'm in is myself. And Bob Proctor actually gave a very, very harsh but true example. And he gave an example of a person, an old man that had survived through the First World War. And the old man said that even though he had succumbed to a lot of the pressures and abuse and punishment thrown by those German soldiers in World War I, that he in his mind was the only person to be able to change his own mind. No one else, through all the punishment and turmoils, was able to impress and push themselves onto him. If you got me, if you follow me there. So, and that made me just think and ponder and want to get up and make a video for you guys and actually share the same message. You are responsible 100%, and the quicker you take ownership for your situation and the situation that you're about to change, the quicker you're going to get onto your journey. And another tip of advice that just listened from Bob is, it's not about being great. If you want to be great, you only have to be great in the little things that you do each day and be great in that way, and then you will become great. And another tip that I'm about to take from Bob and I'm about to share with you guys is, I want all you guys to write down, physically write down and manifest on a piece of paper with a pen your goals. Write it down, and do not write the needs, because needs is what you require right now. It doesn't set the bar very high. Write what you want, but set the bar so high that you feel uncomfortable about it. That's when you know you're setting the bar high, and that's when you know that you will do anything in your power. Your focus will be locked in, and you will do anything in your power to get those goals that you write down. So good luck, all the best. I hope you like this message. You have the power to change, and only you. That is your greatest power, to decide. Bye for now.